Many young adults today feel stuck. They find themselves in a seemingly endless loop of financial stress and uncertainty. The pressures of modern life, combined with the high cost of living, make it difficult for them to see a way out. This feeling of being trapped can be overwhelming and disheartening. They are trapped in a cycle of working for a paycheck, often in jobs that they don't find fulfilling or meaningful. The daily grind of commuting, clocking in, and clocking out becomes a monotonous routine that leaves little room for personal growth or financial advancement. Paying bills, and struggling to make ends meet. Each month, they face the same financial challenges, trying to stretch their paychecks to cover rent, utilities, groceries, and other necessities. The constant worry about money can take a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. This is the rat race, a relentless pursuit of financial stability that often feels like running on a treadmill, expending energy, but getting nowhere. The hustle and bustle of city life, with its fast pace and high demands, only add to the pressure. It's a frustrating and often disheartening reality. Many young adults feel like they're constantly falling behind, no matter how hard they work. The stress and anxiety of financial insecurity can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of hopelessness and despair. The good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. There is hope for a brighter financial future. By taking proactive steps and making informed decisions, young adults can break free from the cycle of financial stress and create a more secure and prosperous life. Financial freedom is within reach, but it starts with a shift in mindset. It's about changing the way we think about money and our relationship with it. By adopting a positive and proactive approach, we can begin to take control of our financial destiny. Traditional education often fails to equip us with the financial knowledge needed to break free from this cycle. While we learn many valuable skills in school, financial literacy is often overlooked. This leaves many young adults unprepared to manage their finances effectively. We're taught to study hard, get good jobs, and work our way up the corporate ladder. This conventional path is seen as the key to success, but it doesn't always lead to financial freedom. In fact, it can sometimes lead to a life of financial dependence and limited opportunities. While there's nothing inherently wrong with this path, it doesn't necessarily lead to financial freedom. Many young adults find themselves working long hours, with little time or energy left to pursue their passions or invest in their future. The demands of the job can leave them feeling drained and unfulfilled. In fact, it can often lead to a life of financial dependence. Relying solely on a paycheck can make it difficult to build wealth or achieve financial security. Unexpected expenses or economic downturns can quickly derail even the best-laid plans, leaving young adults vulnerable to financial hardship. To truly achieve financial freedom, we need to change the way we think about money. This means educating ourselves about personal finance, learning to budget effectively, and making smart investment choices. By taking control of our financial future, we can create a life of abundance and security. We need to adopt the mindset of the financially successful. This involves setting clear financial goals, developing a plan to achieve them, and staying disciplined in our approach. It's about being proactive and taking responsibility for our financial well-being. This means understanding how money works, learning to invest wisely, and building assets that generate passive income. By creating multiple streams of income, we can reduce our reliance on a single paycheck and build a more secure financial future. It's time to break free from the rat race and create a life of financial abundance. By taking control of our finances and making informed decisions, we can achieve the financial freedom we desire and deserve. The journey starts with changing your mindset. By adopting a positive and proactive approach to money, we can create a brighter financial future for ourselves and achieve the life of our dreams. Most people view money as something to earn, spend, and worry about. They see it as a source of stress and anxiety. But what if we could change our relationship with money? What if we could see it as a tool, a powerful force that we can use to create the life we desire? The rich don't view money the same way the poor do. They see it as a tool to build wealth and achieve their goals. They understand that money can be used to invest in assets that generate income, ultimately leading to financial freedom. This shift in perspective is crucial. When you see money as a tool, you start to think differently about how you earn it, spend it, and invest it. You become more conscious of your financial decisions and more proactive in creating wealth. Remember, money is a tool. It can be used to build a life of freedom and abundance, or it can be used to dig a deeper hole of debt and financial struggle. The choice is yours. In my book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I share the story of the contrasting financial philosophies of my two fathers. These two men, who played pivotal roles in my life, had vastly different approaches to money, work, and wealth. Their perspectives were not just different, they were polar opposites, and this dichotomy provided me with a unique education that shaped my financial future. My biological father, my poor dad, was a highly educated man who worked hard his entire life. He was a government employee, a man of principles and integrity who believed in the value of a good education and a stable job. He was the epitome of the traditional mindset that many of us are taught to follow. He believed in the traditional path of getting a good education, finding a stable job, and saving for retirement. This path, he thought, was the surest way to financial security and a comfortable life. He encouraged me to study hard, get good grades, and find a secure job with benefits. His advice was well-meaning and came from a place of love and concern for my future. My rich dad, on the other hand, was a self-made entrepreneur who believed in the power of financial education and building assets. He was not as formally educated as my poor dad, but he had a keen understanding of how money worked. He saw opportunities where others saw risks and was always looking for ways to make his money work for him. He taught me that the key to wealth was not to work for money, but to have money work for you. This was a revolutionary concept for me at the time. He explained that by investing in assets such as real estate, stocks, and businesses, one could generate passive income. This income would continue to flow in, even when one was not actively working. These two contrasting perspectives shaped my understanding of money and wealth. On one hand, I had my poor dad's traditional approach, which emphasized job security and frugality. On the other hand, my rich dad's approach focused on entrepreneurship, investment, and financial independence. This duality forced me to think critically about my own financial beliefs and strategies. My poor dad, despite his education and hard work, struggled financially throughout his life. He was always worried about money, bills, and job security. His paycheck was his lifeline, and any disruption in his income caused significant stress and anxiety. He lived paycheck to paycheck, never truly achieving financial peace of mind. He was trapped in the rat race, always working for his next paycheck. The cycle of earning, spending, and saving a little was never ending. He believed that hard work alone would eventually lead to financial success, but the reality was that he was always just one step away from financial instability. My rich dad, on the other hand, achieved financial freedom at a relatively young age. He understood that true wealth was not measured by the amount of money one earned, but by the amount of money one kept and how hard that money worked for them. His investments and businesses provided him with a steady stream of passive income, allowing him to enjoy life without the constant worry of financial insecurity. He understood the importance of investing in assets that generated passive income, allowing him to live life on his own terms. He was able to take vacations, spend time with his family, and pursue his passions without the constraints of a traditional job. His financial freedom gave him the flexibility to make choices that enriched his life. The lessons I learned from my two dads taught me that financial success is not about how much money you make, but about how you manage it and what you do with it. It's about making smart financial decisions, understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and focusing on building wealth through investments and passive income streams. It's about adopting the right mindset and taking action to build wealth. The contrasting philosophies of my two dads provided me with a comprehensive education in financial literacy. They taught me that while hard work is important, it's equally crucial to work smart, invest wisely, and continuously educate oneself about money. This holistic approach to financial education has been the cornerstone of my success and is the message I strive to share with others.
Anna, a young graphic designer, was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. She had always dreamed of financial freedom, but it seemed like an elusive goal. Every month she found herself anxiously waiting for her next paycheck, only to see it disappear almost as quickly as it arrived. The stress of not having enough savings and the constant worry about unexpected expenses weighed heavily on her mind. Despite having a decent-paying job, she felt like she was constantly struggling financially. Her salary, though sufficient to cover her basic needs, never seemed to stretch far enough. She often found herself dipping into her credit cards to cover emergencies, or even just to make it through the month. The cycle of debt was relentless, and it felt like she was sinking deeper with each passing day. She had accumulated credit card debt and had little to no savings. The interest on her debt was piling up, making it even harder to get ahead. Anna felt trapped, as if she was running on a financial treadmill that was going nowhere. The lack of savings meant she had no safety net, and any unexpected expense could throw her entire budget into chaos. One day, she stumbled upon the principles of Rich Dad Poor Dad and decided to change her financial situation. The book opened her eyes to the concept of financial education and the importance of building assets. She realized that her lack of financial knowledge was a significant part of her problem. Determined to turn things around, Anna began to educate herself on personal finance. She realized that she had been caught in the trap of buying liabilities, things that cost her money, instead of assets, things that put money in her pocket. Anna began to understand the difference between the two and saw how her spending habits had been working against her. She had been buying things that depreciated in value or incurred ongoing costs, rather than investing in things that could generate income or appreciate over time.
Anna started by creating a budget and tracking her expenses. She meticulously recorded every dollar she spent, which helped her identify where her money was going. This newfound awareness was the first step in taking control of her finances. She began to see patterns in her spending and realized that small, unnecessary expenses were adding up to significant amounts over time. She identified areas where she could cut back on spending and began directing that extra money towards paying off her debt. Anna made a conscious effort to reduce her discretionary spending, such as dining out and impulse purchases. She also looked for ways to save on essential expenses, like groceries and utilities. The money she saved was immediately put towards her credit card balances, helping to reduce her debt faster. She also started learning about investing and began investing small amounts of money in low-cost index funds. Anna knew that simply saving money wasn't enough. She needed to make her money work for her. She started with small investments, gradually building her confidence and knowledge. Over time, she diversified her investments, exploring other opportunities like bonds and real estate. As Anna continued to educate herself and make changes to her financial habits, she noticed a significant shift in her finances. Her debt was decreasing, her savings were growing, and she felt more in control of her financial future. The stress and anxiety that once plagued her began to fade, replaced by a sense of empowerment and optimism. She was no longer living paycheck to paycheck and was finally starting to build wealth. Anna's disciplined approach to budgeting, debt repayment, and investing was paying off. She could see the tangible results of her efforts, and it motivated her to keep going. Her financial goals, once distant dreams, were now within reach. Anna's story is a testament to the power of changing your mindset and taking control of your financial future. By educating herself and making deliberate choices, she transformed her financial situation. Anna's journey shows that with determination and the right knowledge, anyone can escape the liability trap and start building a secure and prosperous future. Fear is a powerful emotion that can hold us back from achieving our financial goals. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of making the wrong decisions can paralyze us into inaction. The first step to overcoming fear is to acknowledge it. Once you identify the fears that are holding you back, you can start to address them. Educate yourself about personal finance, seek guidance from mentors or financial advisors, and remember that mistakes are part of the learning process. Building good financial habits is equally important. This includes creating a budget, saving regularly, investing wisely, and managing debt responsibly. These habits may seem small and insignificant at first, but over time, they can have a profound impact on your financial well-being. Remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but by conquering your fears and developing good financial habits, you can stay the course and achieve your goals.